I was preparing to talk about a major development with our Gangi Mai project. Happening this Saturday. Then I read the latest drama in Parliament about civil service and government jobs. I read a few articles. It didn't stir enough because let's make one thing clear from the beginning. When we talk about civil servants, we are talking about the ordinary government workers serving our people every day. The teacher standing in front of 50 children in Nasawa, the nurse facing a full waiting room, the agriculture officer visiting farmers, the clerk taking complaints at the counter, the driver, cleaner, police officer, the social welfare officer, the district officer, and many others keeping government services moving. We are not talking about cabinet ministers and MPs. Ministers and MPs, members of parliaments, are political leaders. They make the decisions, approve the budgets, and speak in parliament. So, politicians, stop standing inside parliament and using the struggles of ordinary government workers to score political points against each other. One side says there are too many civil servants. The other side says leave our civil servants alone. But while both sides are making noise, who is asking about the actual conditions these workers are serving under? Come outside the air-conditioned offices in Suva. Come to the district and rural offices. You will find one officer doing the work of 3 vacant positions. You will find an office with a printer but no toner. I've talked about this. A vehicle but no fuel. A computer but weak internet. A government quarters with a leaking roof or no door. An officer using personal phone credit and data to send reports to Suva. A field officer using their own vehicles because the government vehicle has been grounded for months or say go to HQ. You will find a nurse being blamed because medicine is not available. A clerk being sworn at because the government system is down. An agriculture officer facing angry farmers because an approval is still sitting on somebody's desk in Suva. The ordinary officer did not write the policy. The ordinary officer did not approve the budget, or clerk did not create the slow system. But when the service fails, that officer standing at the counter takes all the blame. Headquarters writes the policy, the field carries the pain. I've explained this over and over again. MPs, let your children hear this. Before you start arguing about reducing the civil service, tell us exactly where the problem is. Which rural health center has too many nurses? Which school has too many teachers? Which agriculture station has too many field officers? Which district office has too many people responding to floods, fires, funerals, and family problems? Maybe the real problem is not the number of workers serving at the bottom. Maybe the system has become too heavy at the top. Too many management levels, too many signatures, too many officers sending the same information to each other. Too many people sitting in headquarters asking field officers for another report, another spreadsheet, another presentation. The same field officer sends it the weekly report, sends the monthly report, the quarterly report. Then somebody in Suva asks for the same information again in a different format. Meanwhile, the officer has no fuel to visit the community they are reporting about. That is not an ordinary worker problem. That is leadership and a system problem. And to our ordinary civil servants, let us also speak honestly. For many years, the system has trained many of us to survive through silence. Do not ask questions. Do not challenge a poor instruction. Do not upset the boss. Yosaka. Shangasaka. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Protect your contract. Protect your transfer. Protect your acting position. Protect the small chance of promotion. After enough years, fear starts to feel normal. Silence starts to feel like professionalism. Following every instruction starts to feel like loyalty, even when you know the instruction will not help the public. That is the trauma this system has left behind. That is the brainwashing many officers must wake up from. Waking up does not mean becoming disrespectful. It does not mean joining political parties or campaigning inside government offices. It means remembering that you are trained professionals serving the people of Fiji, not your bosses. You can ask proper questions. You can give honest advice. You can point out when something will not work in the field. You can request important instructions in writing. You can record the problems affecting your work. You can recommend practical solutions instead of quietly watching a bad system continue. Your duty is not to protect the ego of a minister, PS, director, or supervisor. Your duty is to serve the people properly, professionally, and honestly. Ministers will come and go. MPs will come and go. PSs, directors, all will come and go. But the people will still need teachers, nurses, agriculture officers, clerks, drivers, cleaners, and field officers to serve them. And to the politicians, speaking about sacrifice, let your children hear this. Let us begin by your own sacrifice. Do not start with the salary of ordinary worker. Do not start with the position of the officer already doing 3 people's work. Start with political salaries and political privileges. Start with ministers and MPs. Bring back the proposal to cut parliamentary salaries by 50%. Put it to a proper vote and let the people see who supports it and who does not. And do not tell us that it will save only a few $1 million. Come and say that to a youth solely where people are collecting $2 and $5. Say to women selling food beside the road to raise a few $100s this morning. Say to the groups helping the children, helping on the streets. Give it money to Hope Fiji. Give it to Aris's Lolomba movement. Say to our digital Solidarity members sending $5, $1 to help one family, farmer, or small business at a time. A few $1 million. Few $1 million may look small from inside parliament. Outside parliament, it can repair government quarters. It can provide fuel for field visits. It can buy medicine and school resources. It can provide internet, computers, printers, and toner for rural offices. It can pay allowances for workers. It can help families who are struggling to put food on the table. Well, before any other MP speaks about ordinary civil servants, leave the tinted Land Cruiser, come home. Catch the 4 a.m. bus. Stand in a cold morning beside the officer traveling from Nosori, Nabua, Korobo, Mbao, Lautoka. Travel with a mother who leaves before her children wake up. Spend 1 full day inside a rural government office. Not a 20-minute visit, not a photo shoot. Stay from opening until closing. Use the slow internet. Share the broken printer. Wait for approval from Suba. Face the angry public. Stop, Amanda. Then catch the bus home. After that, come back and speak about government workers. Yes, the civil service must be reformed. But reform does not mean frightening ordinary workers while protecting political leaders, senior management, and heavy headquarters system. Start at the top. Fix the leadership. Fix the slow approvals. Fix the working conditions. Fix the political interferences. Give field officers the tools and authority to serve the people properly. Stop using the lives and jobs of ordinary government workers as political bait. Right.